Help me, ducks. How are we all doing? It's lovely to be here with you, and I always love looking at the chat as well as people start to come in and everybody's chatting. As long as I've got here in time for my cuppa, then I like to have a little watch. Let's do the hellos before we get started. So first one in today was Marilyn. Nice to see you. And Bonnie, not Bon, that I thought it was. But Bonnie is next in. And then our Sandra. Hi, Sandra. And we have Tammy Pie. Hi, Tammy Pie. We have Sarah. Nice to see you. And Tony. Hello, Tony. Trio of Witches is here. And Midnight Unicorn. Nice to see you. Michelle. Patsy. Hi, Patsy. Rachel's here. And Tom from Early Ritual. Nice to see you. Rebecca. We also have David. Hi, David. And Cecilia. Hello. Lily Rose. Our Rob's here. Hi, Rob. And hello, Cybri. Tammy Pie, you're the only one who calls me Cybri in this community. It's hilarious. Lady Margaret, nice to see you. We also have I just want to make sure I'm saying the same people over and over again. Kathy, hello, Kathy. Ready, set, go. Cheryl's here. Hi, Cheryl. Nice to see you. We've got Golden. Hello, Golden. 100 pieces. Nice to see you. It's 1,000 pieces, actually. Saskia. Hello, Saskia. And Jay, Tarot with Jay from the sweltering states. Do you know, it's been quite dull today. We've had a beautiful few days. And like an hour ago, it's got really sunny again, but it's really muggy. You know that. I want to put a fan on, but it's too distracting on a live because it's not the quietest of fans. But I'll be read. Where did I go up to? I got up to Tarot with Jay, didn't we? Nice to see you. Elspeth, hello, Elspeth. And Malamia, hello, Malamia. Gruen, hello, Gruen. Nice to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. I hope you're keeping okay. And Dawn, hello, Dawn. Pamela, hello, Pamela. Tamaya, nice to see you. Tony's here, Antoinette, Tony. And I think I've caught up. So have we all got a cuppa at the ready? I've got buttermint today. I almost said buttermilk, but no, buttermint. I wanted something that even if it went a little bit cold, it didn't matter. And that's kind of what you get with buttermint. I haven't got any milk in it. It's just, you know, as it comes. Elements of Tarot, nice to see you. We haven't had a true hit summer in South California or even a heat wave yet. Summer is so late. Wow. Yeah, because normally California, it's like summer all year round. Even on Christmas Day, people are on the beach. Rebecca's got a large glass of Chardonnay. How nice. I had a glass of wine the other night for the first time in, gosh, just for school breaking up. Beautiful day here in Michigan. That's nice, Marilyn. Enjoy. We're expecting 115 degrees by the afternoon. I think the hottest Well, the hottest I've experienced was 2 years ago, a couple of days back, and it got 41, which I believe is 103 in the UK, and that was a record temperature ever recorded. That was 2 weeks ago. That was 2 years ago this week. It came up on my memories. Might have been yesterday or the day before. But I can remember Texas on a stopover on my way to Utah, and I think that was 113. I think that was 113, and that felt like he was being suffocated by a hot blanket. Kathy loves buttermint tea. I should really look at this instead of stringing. So much easier. Not sure if I'll trade. Maybe for an hour. What? Oh, the weather. I thought it was talking about a deck trade. And I was like, oh, what are you trading? Lily Rose has got a beer Moretti. I love beer Moretti. Heat wave here in Greece. I just finished a regular coffee. Hello, Barbara. Nice to see you. Hello, everyone here tonight. Mia says, finally made it to a live. So happy to be here. Well, it's lovely to have you here. Do you pronounce that Mia? My niece is called Mia, but without the H. That was horrid, the 103 degrees. It was, wasn't it? We're just not used to that at all. Here he is. Here's Chris. Nice to see you. How you doing? Ange here as well, popping in to say hello. Well, nice to see you, Ange. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. I just found that out by accident. Look at this. With one finger. The little things. Where was I up to? Lager. Yeah, the beer Moretti. It's a really nice one as well. I didn't do a video last night because we went to the pub after work. So yeah, it's just been full on. But we're now on summer holidays. I'm still in work, but we don't have learners or anything like that. In fact, there's only going to be 3 of us in all next week. And quite a lot of staff who are kind of contracted for term time only finished. So we went to a pub and it was really nice. I had 3 because we did a round, the 3 of us that went, and we sat outside in a beer garden, which was just, oh gosh, I haven't done it for a long, long time. It was so nice. Death Valley got up to 134 degrees. It's called that for a reason, isn't it? Trying a new flavor of Mountain Dew, not the best. One thing I'm going to do, well, 2 things, trashy things I'm going to do when I come to the States in December is I'm going to have a proper Mountain Dew, because we had it over here in the 90s, like late 90s, early 2000s. And then it got discontinued. Then about 10 years later, they brought it back, but they brought it back as an energy drink, and it's not the same. Now, you can go to one of these American sweet shops that we have. I think we've got one's just closed downstairs. I think there's another 2. And you can, if they've got it in, buy one, but you pay like £4 for just a small tin of it. But I'm going to have one. That's one of the trashy things I'm going to do. The other trashy thing I'm going to do is have an Arby's, because we don't have that here. And last time I had one was the year 2000. And I love Arby's. It's the best. And everybody goes, Arby's, it's like really trashy. But when in Rome, limeade for Pamela. Can't beat a nice limeade. Ange is drinking water. Golden's got sparkling water. I'll have someone I get to Seattle. Are you off to Seattle, Tammy Pie? Hello, Amanda. Nice to see you. Just got back from a lovely week in Lizard in Cornwall. Wow. Did you go in on the hunt for Pixie's abode? Where has the hearts, party, and 100 emojis gone that you could click on and send through chat? That one at the bottom there. You just press it and they appear. Those ones. Mine's still showing. Do you throw tarot at work or out in the pub as well as home? No, I don't. I don't throw tarot at work. Most people who know me well know that I read tarot, but yeah, I don't. I don't at work. We serve mandu to kids. Mandu. Arby's curly fries are great. Yeah, yeah, they did have curly fries. They used to do when I was there, and then it got stopped. I was told anyway. In fact, no, it wasn't that I was told. But when I went back in 2000, they didn't have it anymore. They discontinued it. But they used to have a burger called an barbecue, and it was a barbecue one. Oh, so good. But their steak and cheese are nice as well, or beef and cheese, whichever they call it. I love Arby's roast beef sandwiches. Must have it with Arby's sauce and none of that crap liquid cheese. And John Smith's shandy. Oh, that's nice. Smooth. John Smith smooth. Even better. That heart emoji was so annoying. I'm drinking dandelion and burdock, but I'm tempted to make buttermint tea now, says Kathy. And no, stick with the dandelion and burdock. Lots of ice. We're doing a big family picnic. My mom, aunts, uncles, cousins, brothers, sister, nieces, and all the gang. Well, have fun, Tammy Pie. That sounds great. Are you getting Patrick Valenza's new deck? Looks amazing. Now, is this the he sent an email out, didn't he? Let me have a look. It was about a week ago. Was it about a week ago? Oh, I can't see it now. Remind me. What's happened to the Deviant Moon Oracle with US Games? Every year it's coming out and it never does. I'm not sure why. So I know it's done. Not sure what's happened there. Today's the 55th, yes, of the moon landing, 20th of July. That's exactly right. I remember watching it on our black and white television set, says Bonnie. Yeah, it was before I was born. But I saw it pop up today, that 55 years ago today. The first ever man on the moon, Neil Armstrong. Michelle says, Arby's, oh geez. I don't know of a soul here in the States that goes there. They do, they just don't tell you. They all go there, really. Almost the only place you can get curly fries. They get cooked better than regular fries, methinks. Yeah, 20th of July, 1969. Champagne tonight. Last few days of annual leave. Don't they go quick, Tony? Time off, doesn't it go quick? Thatcher's Haze cider. All you lot drinking nice cold beers and ciders and he's supposed to be putting out 3 decks by the end of the year. Okay. Well, let's hope one is Deviant Moon Oracle. Because that Madwoman card's been around for about 5 years. Easily. maybe 6. Gosh. Yeah, a week before you were born, Simon. A week. Not long before I was born. Well, 1960 July 1969. About 18 months then, isn't it? No, not 18 months, about 16 months before I was born. Watch Freddy Doesn't Move, Simon. Yeah. My Freddy the opposite, don't you? My Freddy doll. I don't know if well, I posted it. Did I put it in Hermit's Cave? No, I think I put it on my personal. There's been some happenings happening. So like I said last night, I went out after work or straight from work to have a few beers. And when I came home, Freddie was on the floor. I saw him as I came in the door and looked down the hall into the room. He was there, like like one of those crime scenes, like just laying there on the floor. And I don't know why, because he is rock solid, he sits on the shelf. It's not like he's teetering on the edge. He is solid. It's got a flat base and the unit is solid. That's not, you can't even move this. It is solid. It doesn't rock or anything because of the weight of it and the fact that with this being a tower block and it's concrete and steel, the floors are perfectly flat. You could put a marble and it won't move in any direction. So I don't know why he was on the floor, but we've had a few things happen. And when Sandra was here, a whole chunk of decks, like how many was it? 3 or 4, just came off the shelf onto the floor, and we just looked at each other. It's bizarre. And then I've been live before, and Malamir's deck got booted off the shelf by Aleister Crowley, of all people. So yeah, just random. Scarlett got the beat arrow recently, and some of the pages are printing errors. Looks like old 3D pictures with the red and blue. Anyone had any luck contacting Llewellyn? Yeah, they're pretty good, actually. They send out replacements and stuff, so send them some pictures. It's a full moon tomorrow, says Forever We're After. Golden's on a laptop. I'm on a laptop. They always say that hot cup of tea cools you down the best. I don't believe that. I don't feel cool at all. What cools me down is a nice cold drink with ice. I finished off, I had some cold brew tea earlier. It was a strawberry and something. Can't remember now. But I had it with some lemonade. It was lovely. Maybe Aleister Crowley pushed him out like Malamir's deck. But he's not on the same shelf. And he doesn't even have decks behind him. I mean, he does, but there's a gap. There's about a 6-inch gap. So he sits really, really securely. Pagan Otherworlds is to one side, both versions. So yeah, it's just I don't get it. Poltergeist. I don't think the building's old enough, really. Malamir says, is the Crowley deck behind him? Yeah, no, it's not. A couple of things happened when I was there. What was the second thing? 3 decks. Freddie probably got wasted while he was out. Yeah, well, somebody put on my post about, it's like Woody and Buzz when you go out the room. He just couldn't get back on the shelf quick enough, so he just laid down on the floor. Spirits can move objects around, permanent ones or ones that come and visit. I've had many, many experiences. Haha, break free. Yes, there was lots of jokes on the post like that. using song lyrics, one about fat bottoms, and yeah. um, have you ever shared your thoughts on Patrick Valenza's Oracle of Black Enchantment? Yes, I have. In fact, Kelly Bear and I did a joint live, which will still be on my channel, going through Oracle of Black Enchantment together when she visited here, which would be what? Gosh, 2018? Yeah, early 2018. One of the last pagan prides she came for that we had in the city. Simon, you look absolutely amazing for your age, and your skin is amazing too. You have no wrinkles. Thank you. That's a really nice compliment. That is a really nice compliment. Thank you, Rebecca. Free. Dolls are super poltergeisty. Puppets even more so. Tammy Pie, stop. Now I'm going to have a vision of waking up in the middle of the night and Freddie will be stood there next to my bed. Since it's wood, Freddie could have been affected by humidity or its spirits. Crowley, rude. Or Crowley, come on. Maybe you need to stage your dolls, not just decks. That's a good point. I had been using a deck one evening and I always put them back in the box. I went to bed and next morning I found one card, 10 of wands, perfectly placed on the sofa. I know I didn't leave it out. Wow. And did anything happen that day or that week that kind of linked to the 10 of wands? Was it a message? When I lived in Taiwan, I had cold showers so I could sleep. So humid there. I know I'm thinking of a cold shower before bed tonight. That would actually be quite nice. I've got to make my bed as well because I stripped it earlier. I always think, oh, I should do that during the day, not leave it till last thing at night. Because then I always think, oh, I've got to make my bed. When I lived in Taiwan, I'd have cold shower. Oh yeah, I read that. Sage the dolls. Hashtag sage the dolls. The other thing was the DVD drawer opening. And was we even watching a DVD at that time? Don't think we were we? You've got a really good memory, Sandra. I'd forgotten about that. Freddie dances falls from stage. Spirits move objects or cause electrical disturbances to try and communicate with the land of the living. It's their only way now, as they don't have a physical body or voice. It's fascinating. Same, it was hotter in Australia. Simon, Susan Coleman was on Channel 5 the other day, travelling around Nottingham. Who's Susan Coleman? She went to the forest to see the oak and Gotham and told us about Batman. Well, Gotham in Batman story isn't anything to do with Gotham in Nottingham. So this person's made a television program. That's not, although we do have a link with Batman because Woollerton Hall, you've been there, Sandra, I took you there. Woollerton Hall in Deer Park is a stately home. And that was used in Batman Returns, the one that's got Anne Hathaway in, as Wayne Manor. And you know, you can go to places and you can go on Facebook and you can check in. You can actually check in at Wayne Manor. Someone created it. But Gotham in Nottingham, even though it looks like Gotham, and when you drive in, I've been with people before, they're like, oh, look, cool, we're near Gotham. It's pronounced Gotham. And there's no links to Batman there. And I don't know who Susan Coleman is. There's a really cool video, actually. Oh, I wish I could remember what the name of the channel's called. And they've done a really good he goes around places where in the UK where places become abandoned and shut down, like empty shopping malls and high streets that are all like boarded up, and he's kind of documenting the decay of like the high street and stuff. And he came to Nottingham, and he didn't come anywhere near the main bit. He was just down by the Broadmarsh part, which is being redeveloped, so everything was shut down. And he got that much flack. People were like, you didn't give Nottingham a chance, that he actually came back and somebody agreed to meet him and give him a tour of Nottingham. And it's actually really good. And he was like really surprised. Yes, I'd been overdoing it non-stop and having back issues. 10 of wands was spirit warning me to slow down. No, we're not talking, Simon. We're not talking, Sandra. So true. Even the Taiwanese found it hard to handle some days. Have you ever had a regression session? If not, would you consider having one? I think I would. I think I would. The only thing is, I don't think I'm one of these people that's susceptible to be hypnotized or regressed. I just don't think I would be one of those people. But I'd give it a go. She's that small lady who's a comedian. Can't place her. That was lovely with the deer. I think the word Gotham comes back to the early comic books, another word for New York City in general. The Wandering Turnip. That's him. Thank you, Kathy. I saw that one. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? And I went into, if you saw the bit where he goes into the old record shop, I went in there last week with some friends and was having a look round. And one of my friends, her partner is a DJ. And so she was asking about vinyl records. And I said, I saw you on The Wandering Turnip. And he said, oh, good, because they interviewed him and stuff. Yeah, channel shout out The Wandering Turnip if you're interested in British towns and cities and things like that. You say that now, Simon. Cut to you dancing the Macarena in your pants in front of the hypnotist audio. Oh, see, that's another reason. That's another reason why I think I wouldn't be susceptible, because I am somebody who doesn't like to lose control or put myself in a vulnerable situation. So to be hypnotized and be completely at the it's okay. Completely at the I've lost my train of thought because of that. There's a huge crane outside the window, and it's just swung quite fast, and I thought it was either falling or, so I've not seen it move, and it's a Saturday, so I saw this crane just suddenly go like this. I was like, and I think it gave me a flashback because I've watched 2 films today. I've had quite a relaxing day. Purposely, I've got a few bits on tomorrow, and I thought, you know what, I've just kind of done all that with work, slow down, put the brakes on. I thought, I'm gonna watch a couple of movies this afternoon, and the first one I watched was Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, which I love British films, but I also really love the actor Leslie Manville. She's brilliant. She's in The Crown. If people aren't familiar with her, playing Princess Margaret in the later years after Helena Bonham Carter played her. And I watched that, which was lovely. It was a good film. But then I watched Skywalkers. Have you seen it? It's a documentary film. I think it's called Skywalkers, a love story, or something to do with love. But it's this couple who does what it says, really. They climb to the top of skyscrapers and huge cranes, but they don't just climb to the top of buildings. They then do like acrobats at the top, and yeah, the way it ends, they climb the Merkaba. Is it the Merkaba in where is it? Is it Thailand or where is it? Let me have a look. Merdeka, the Merdeka, and it's in Malaysia. This one. You can see at the top there is a spire, right at the top, and they climbed to the top of the spire, which was something like, I think, 300 feet. And then at the top, there's nothing there, so they'd broken off a flimsy piece of metal, laid it across the top, so he could stand on this flimsy piece of metal while he held her above his head, and she did this acrobatic. Oh, it was I was going to say something quite crude then about how it made me feel, but I won't. I just remembered where I was. But yeah, it was horrific. My palms were sweating, and I was like, "Why am I watching this?" Hello, Vanessa. Nice to see you. Listening whilst driving. If I did regression, I'd stop it at 21. Oh, so you just regress this lifetime? Sorry, I was thinking of past life regression. Terrible having to make the bed in the evening. Yeah, it is. Hypnotism will not make you do anything you should never do. But I guess it depends on who's doing the hypnotizing. What a lovely relaxing Saturday. Yeah. Regression does have to be under hypnosis, and that's the thing. I just don't know if I could be hypnotized. Leslie Manville is wonderful. Yeah, I love Leslie Manville. Malamir's had a tough week. Hope it picks up for you, Malamir. I liked Miss Harris Goes to Paris with Angela Lansbury. Is it a remake then? I didn't know that. Also, every single person goes into trance every single day. It's a natural occurrence. Watching a movie or TV or daydream, it's all a trance. And if you have ADD, perhaps more than others. But maybe my thoughts on hypnosis is different, because if people don't know what they're doing, when you see people who've been hypnotized and then they bring them out, when I click my fingers, you'll be back in the room. They have no memory. But with my ADD state, when I go into trances, I can, and I'll say if I'm watching a film and I'll go into that state of my limbo state. When I rewind it, there's bits of the film that the images are here. And I'm like, oh, I remember seeing that, but I wasn't following the story. Do you know what I mean? That happens. Same if I'm reading a book, I'll go back a few pages because I've been in this trance. But there's certain words that I'm reading, I think I remember seeing that word. So it's strange. I bet I know what you're going to say, Simon. I bet I know what you're going to say, Simon. Oh, when they were on the top of that tower. I watched The Covenant. I think I've seen that. Yeah, it's an old film, isn't it? 2006. get completely lost in a film. So maybe I would be susceptible to regression if I decided to give it a go. So you were so brave to go on top of that medieval wall and guard tower. Cannot picture you up that spire. I won't be up that spire. Yeah, that's the medieval. That was 2 weeks ago tomorrow. Yeah, I think I spoke about it last week, so I don't want to repeat, but literally, I don't think I've ever felt, because I don't mind heights. When I come to New York, I want to do Empire State. I'm really looking forward to it. I've been to the top of the Shard in London. I love heights if I feel safe and secure, but when I don't, I feel like people have described it before, and I can totally relate to it, where you think you're going to fall, so you'd rather jump. Does that make sense? And because the turret bits, I mean, the turret probably came to about here, but when they drop in between, it was like at my knees. So I didn't feel safe. And I feel like I was being pushed out by the wall because there was literally 2 or 3 feet to walk round the top of the tower before this dome comes out here to go to the point at the side of you. So you're kind of feeling your way around. And it's such a sheer drop. I felt really unsafe. And I don't like that feeling because, like I say, it makes me want to jump because I'm so terrified of falling. And that's why I could never do something like skywalking, because I wouldn't feel safe. But anyway, I'm looking at that crane now because I'm thinking it's not changed back into its original position. Do you remember the film we watched with the 2 girls that climbed that high tower with just the platform on top? Yes. Fall, it's called. Yeah, awful. Regression does not have to be under hypnosis. Okay. What film is Tony mentioning? I can't see it now, but I've seen Chris mention it. I can't see Tony's. I have to pop it again. I can't see it. I had a few regressions. It's not hypnosis exactly. I had it under guided meditation via quantum healing and active breathing sessions. You're still aware, but it's as if you're outside of your body. Malamir's had some formal training in neuro-linguistic techniques, which includes NLP and hypnosis, which is how I know this stuff. Okay. Simon, I am the same way with movies and books. Yeah, it can be quite a challenge, can't it? Best invention ever, though, has been able to rewind TV. Yeah, the guard tower turret was so low. White knuckles. Did you go up? Have you been up there? Are you local, Jay? Or do you mean just from watching the video? These days I have vertigo, which I never had as a kid. I think the older we get, the more fearful we become as well. In some things like that. I think as a kid, you have more of the adventurous spirit, don't you? And don't often see the dangers that we see. So maybe that's why. I wanted to mention as well, while I think about it, I showed this tarot deck earlier, the Star Maiden, which was sent by Cheryl. And somebody left a comment saying, did you notice there's no High Priestess card? And I thought, what? What are they talking about? And I went and watched the video, and there wasn't a High Priestess card. And this deck, the cards don't don't stick together. It's one of the slippiest decks. Someone's even left a comment saying how slippy it is because of the soft linen. How beautiful the edges are in teal as well. And I went to it, the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess. But when I watched the video, it goes straight from the Magician to the Empress. And I'd know if there was, well, they can't, I mean, they just don't stick together. Look, they're just, so it's bizarre. So if you do watch the video, this is what the High Priestess looks like, because she doesn't appear in the walkthrough. So I thought, well, I better show it because I don't want people to think that it was an incomplete deck, because that happens from time to time. As a collector, somebody that's got nearly 900 decks, it's only happened 2 or 3 times, which isn't bad, but it does happen. So it's always good to check your decks. Sandra, you showed something the other day where you'd got 2 Ace of Swords, and I don't think you'd noticed. You was like, "Why have I got 2 Ace of Swords?" Have you checked that all other 77 cards are there? Because one of the decks that I had, it was actually by Lo Scarabeo, had two cards the same, and there was another one missing, and that was the hardest to get replaced. Trying to get in touch with Italy and trying to get that sorted, but sorted it got in the end. Yes, I need to check that. I would. People are on about the Covenant. Oh, the Covenant. That's the film that you was talking about. No, I'm from New England, but love visiting the UK via you and Sandra. All right. So you meant from the video. Yeah, it was. I think there's a scene in the vlog where I'm up on top of the tower and you just see my hand shakily try and grab hold of so I can start to move my way around. But I've done it now. I never have to go up there again. Oh, and it was so claustrophobic because the spiral staircase going up was really, really narrow. But anyway, there's a message there for you, Simon, from the High Priestess, or not. She wanted to hide. Maybe the High Priestess and Freddy were up to something. They're all plotting against me. Infamy. They've all got it in for me. That was me this morning, Simon. I said they are slippery. Oh, it was you, Tony. They fly all over the place when I'm shuffling. That was right. It was you. So yeah, they wouldn't have stuck together, would they? It's like, it's not possible with that deck. And it's not like it's the first time I've opened it and gone through the cards, because I went through them with Cheryl. So it's not like the Gildan has kept them together. And they still would have been stuck when I went back to check afterwards, after reading the comment. Hello, Beth. Nice to see you. I seem to be always late these days. Retired living, I guess. Freddie stole the High Priestess card, hid it, and then returned it to the deck, but couldn't get himself back on the shelf, so he played dead while you walked in, the way they do in Toy Story. All these vivid imaginations. When I first get a deck, I always check all the cards there, non-damage, then I'll do a little mantra aligning its energy with mine. I only have a few decks in the past that had missing cards or had duplicates. Yeah, I meant to message you, Sandra, when I saw it, your double card. I thought, that's happened to me before, and there's usually one missing. So, and I forgot. I've received a deck with a missing card, so happy I checked right away. My Lady Jane. Oh, that sounds interesting. Talking of magic, I've been sent a book. It's a fiction book by one of our very own community members who has written a book. It's Deborah, the lovely Deborah Flitcroft. She's often been in the chats here on Saturdays and she comments on my videos, but she's had a book published. In fact, there's a couple of bookmarks she's put in as well. It's called Finding the Magic. Sorry, Finding a Miracle. Finding the Magic. Finding a Miracle. And she says that it contains tarot, and that's why she wanted to send it as well. A little bit on the back here, it says, when a lifelong secret is uncovered, the consequences can change everything. And then there's a quote that says, this was such a deliciously funny and comforting read, and I didn't want it to end. That's Julia King. Yeah, so check out. It's great to support one of our community members. It's got a lovely rose petal finish. And then on the back, it says, when a lifelong secret is uncovered, the consequences can change everything. 50-something Mel loves her simple life, but she's hardly living it in the fast lane. She can't remember the last time she took a risk or ventured outside of her comfort zone. With her job, family, and friends taking centre stage, is it time for Mel to become the leading lady of her own story? On the second anniversary of her beloved Nan's death, Mel is shocked to discover a secret that makes her question just how well she really knew her. To uncover the truth, she enlists the help of her eclectic group of friends. Together they embark on an enthralling and heartwarming journey to discover everything Mel never knew about Liz's secret life. So that sounds really good. So, like I said, in a couple of weeks, I've got some time off work. I'm not a huge reader, as you know, as I've just mentioned about my ADD, but I'm going to take it in small chunks. And yeah, so this looks like a really good, especially when she said it brings tarot in. So I think her nan, who passed away, has got her secret is perhaps that she might have been a witch or something, or a tarot reader. So yeah, Finding a Miracle, Deborah, our very own Deborah Flitcroft. So I thought that was very kind of her to send it me. And she said she wanted to send it just as a thank you for everything. In fact, let me see what she says. I'd like to send you a gift of my new book. It features tarot, so that's why I thought you may like it. It's a way of saying thank you for all the work that you do for our tarot community here in the UK. So yeah, that was really sweet of her. I'm really looking forward to reading it. Where did I get up to? This is everybody giving Freddie a backstory. How lovely to get a book published. Yeah, cool, isn't it? I watched the video today and something was in the back of my mind but could not work out what it was. Spooky. Maybe Freddie had it. What video did you watch? Have you got a lot of necklaces, pendants to show us one day? I haven't really. I've got a few. I normally have a couple hanging around here, but most are in my bedroom. I've got a very old 1940s beveled gold gilt mirror that a friend who's passed away now gave to me probably about 30 years ago. And they're all hooked on a corner of it. I've probably got about 8 pendants. What's the title, please, of the book? Finding a Miracle. That book sounds just up my street. We'll definitely have a look for this. Thank you. You're welcome. Got it. Cool. Love to support peeps. Thank you, Beth. Book is Finding a Miracle. Yeah, cool. So that's that. Anything else to tell you? Next week, I'm going to be interviewing somebody. So Catching Up With is coming back, but it's a tarot deck creator called Andre Asti. If you're not sure who he is, I've got a couple of his decks. I've got the Tarot of Light and Shadow, which he did with John Matthews. Well, it's Andrea Asti, actually, not Andre Asti. Andrea Asti. And this one was 2 decks, so it's Light and Shadow and it's not just one deck that one part is big, with a light filter, one dark filter. Both decks are completely, they're done in very similar styles, but they're illustrated independently of each other. So that's 2 decks that you get in that one. And then the first deck of his I bought was back in 2018 when I first went to Glastonbury, and this is the Lost Code. If you recall the Lost Code, I keep mine in a bag. But this is a fictional kind of adventure, but it's got some cool illustrations. There's the devil card. Look how cool that is. This bag is so cool. And he's got a color version, color deck out as well, because they do seem to be, kind of ink drawing that is told me about. I need to look into it. And in fact, Giselle Madwich has got a walkthrough. It's one of her most recent videos, if you want to check that out. And it was Madwich who said to me, would you consider interviewing him? And I was like, yeah, if you wanted to. And I think she asked him and he said he would. And then we've been chatting, and it was going to be tonight originally, but he's up for an award. So he's here in Manchester at an award ceremony this evening. So that's why he couldn't do it. So we've made it next week. So that will be something to look forward to. I just got the Artist Decoded Tarot deck coming today. It's quite sharp, blunt, no nonsense reader. It seems quite light on the surface, but it's quite shadowy. Andrea Asti is amazing. Michelle says, I'm just loving your travel logs. Very interested and often off the beaten path places. Yeah, I try and go places that I think that I know were interesting, but I don't film everywhere I go. But if I do go to some places that I think you guys might find interesting, then I will vlog them. I do want to get his new one, the current. Yeah, what's it called? It's gone out of my head. He seems like a really lovely guy. Yeah, Lost Codes is an interesting concept with a backstory to the deck. Yeah, it is. Beth says, how interesting, Simon. Are you going to ask the toilet paper roll question? I've asked other people. I think I asked Patrick Valenza that question. I think. Deborah Croft Chapin, when I had her on from Soul Cards. I don't know if I asked her that or not. But yeah, why not? Oddly, no matter how fabulous the interview is, I wait with anticipation for that question. It's not over, Lily Rose. It's not. Hello, Esco. Nice to see you. Every Saturday, CCC, I listen whilst driving and only comment when safe to do so when I'm out of the car, not being rude or ignorant, just safe. No, that's fine, Sonny. We want you to stay safe. Hello, Calla. Nice to see you. So I thought we haven't done for a while, but I thought it might be fun to do deck roulette. Now, do you remember how deck roulette works? It's always the first one. There's three prompts that you need to respond to, and basically we're using the cubes behind to randomly select a deck to take a look at. So the first prompt, and it's the first one that appears on this that I see, it might be different to you because yours will always appear first, is a number between 1 and 25. 1 and 25. Dun, dun, dun. 21. We're going low. Okay, so that's Patsy got in first. As you'll see on mine, Patsy 21 appeared first. Then I need left, right, or center. People are still putting numbers. Center. Okay, trio of witches was first. So 21 center. And now I need, the third prompt is front, middle, back. Side, front. Oh, I'm glad you said front because I'm thinking 21 is the most inaccessible cube out of all 25. And I was thinking if it's at the back, I've got no chance. So front, center, cube 21. This will be easy because it'll be the one I grab. Oh, oh my goodness. It's the Schlong deck. It's Celtic Tarot by Christopher Hughes, who is a really nice guy. I really like Christopher Hughes. He's my friend on Facebook as well. My phone died. I missed it all. Oh, never mind. So this deck I've had since 2018. I can remember where I was. I was in Birmingham. I was with Brian Cormac Carr and a lady called Darpan, who she's not part of the community anymore. Not quite sure why, but was back then. And it was while I was doing my Hermit on tour. After I took voluntary redundancy and went traveling around. And I spent the day in Birmingham and met up with Brian and Darpan. And we went to a bookshop and I saw this on the shelf and I was umming and ahhing, and Brian was like, you should get it. You should get it. So that's what I did. The artist is Chris Down. The book is really heavy, you know, when you've got these nice glossy pages. But there is nudity in this deck. I love that the first page you turn to when you're going is the Hermit. And there's something about the faces. It almost, I mean, some look a little bit freaky. Like it was almost like it's Adobe or something, but it's not. It's illustration. But there's the scariest song card. Let me get to the majors. I could just remember the song card being like, holy. The Fool. Why are they not in order? I've just seen the Schlong. Gosh, it'd be easier to do it through the. There it is. I mean, look at this. I mean, nudity. Oh no, what shall we do? I mean, the cards are typical low Scarabeo at the time. Very, very thin. I do like the backs. Kind of remind me a little bit of Druid Craft. I'll show you a few of my favorite cards. We have the Father, which I think is pretty cool, and it's Celtic, so you know it's got very much a pagan vibe. Where's oh yes, the Hanged Man is pretty intense. Boobs, no, it's schlongs. So the shadow. Well, if I show you we have the Lovers, which I think is beautiful. Look at that, the tree facing the tree, and then we have the shadow rather than the devil. And look at the dragon in the moon card. Minions are giggling and cackling. So, I mean, come on, think of it. This is the King of Wands. Look at his throne. If Chris is still here, he'd be having a field day. That sounds really bad. But he sees things that aren't there, let alone when they're blatantly obvious. I do like that take on the Eight of Wands. Yeah, so King of Cauldrons, nudity alert. Oh my gosh. Three of Cauldrons. Schlongs. I'm much too young and innocent for that. But it does have a cool Celtic vibe, which is what you'd expect for a Celtic tarot, wouldn't you? But they look like they're from Children of the Damned. It's quite a wild mix of cards. Yeah. Nine of Shields. Very silver skinned. Oh, we do have boobage. I tell a lie. It's not just schlongs. Anybody else got this deck? Do love this perspective of the Nine of Swords as well. Some of the cards I really like, some not so much. Spicy sausage. I've got it, says Cheryl. Do you like it? There are the boobs. It goes from Celtic to phallic to innocent to naturey all over the map. Oh, Chris has this one. Boobage. Right. Pop that back. Let's go. Oh, it's dropped. Right. Let's go round again. 1 to 25. How are you, Chris, you picky bastard? 6. Okay, 6 was the first one from Kathy. And then we have left, right, or center. 6. Left. 6 left. Okay. Front, middle, or back. Front. So 6, middle, or back. Middle. No, we went left, didn't we? Left, middle, number 6. So number 6 is this one, and in the middle I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be the third one. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Sandra, it's the one we did a trade for. It's the Mythical Creatures Tarot, and this is the limited edition. It's the black and white one, not the colour one. And it's by the guys over at Baba Studios. It's a bit dusty, that is. Designed by Karen Mahoney, illustrated by Elena Kozachuk, artwork by Alex Ukaloff. 2016. Beautiful. I mean, look at the pouch on the inside as well. So it's got like a mahogany type of finish on the outside. Now I've got the book because I also bought the colour version of this when it was released, I think the year after. But it does come with a little white book, not so little actually, but a white book. But I've got the proper book that you buy separately on the shelf. Beautiful. This is like kind of somewhere in between gold and silver. It gives a silver effect when you first look at it, but it's got these gold sparkles in there as well. So it's really, really nice. And it's got a gold band, and it's kind of like a soft brown on the inside. These are large cards. They are signed because it's a limited edition. There's only 500. Can't even remember what I traded. This was one of the first trades we ever did, Sandra. Was it Monsters? What's it called? Oh, I forgot what they're called now, but I had them bought the second edition bought back by Jen. Jen bought it me. Mons Tarot, that's it. The Mons Tarot, yeah. This is still in order because I've never used this in terms of, I look at it because of its beauty and because I've got the colour version, which is right in front of it, I think. These have all fell forward, so I'm going to have to be careful. But yeah, I have the colour one, which I've used. Look at the backs. Gorgeous. Again, in that soft gold, silvery gold. It's hard to describe. But the artwork here is exquisite. Look, just look at that. A real beauty. Detailing, exquisite. I won't show every card, but look at the Emperor. Just look at him. So beautiful. It is. It's a gorgeous deck. The Hierophant is called. Cardstock is amazing because Baba Studios, they used to get criticised for their cardstock being quite thin, but they use what they call black core cardstock, so it gives that flexibility. Lovers. Let's have a look at a few others. Very unusual Wheel of Fortune. Look at Temperance. And I'll compare one with a colour one so that you can see the difference. If you haven't got this isn't in order, so it's going to, because like I said, this is the one I've been using. But if I find Temperance quickly, so you can see, it'll be one of the last cards, isn't it? Sod's Law. Talk amongst yourselves. Let's look at the last card. No. At least it's not the last card. The third from the last card. That's the difference in the backs as well. But yeah, I'll show you them side by side so you can see. I mean, some people say they prefer the original black and white. I mean, both are lovely. This one has the metallic gold stamping on the design as well. But both are lovely, aren't they? Okay, let's pop that back. Oh, it's upside down now. Okay. Did you not want the deck or the other decks more? It's a good question, actually. Yeah. I want to see what Sandra said. I'm surprised, but I prefer the black and white. A few people said that. I don't even have the colour one now. Oh, wow. Wow, that has surprised me. I think I prefer the black and white. Black and white for me. I mean, there's only one card to compare, but I think, well, most Papa Studios, I was going to say, I think it's out of print. It is out of print, but most Papa Studios decks go out of print. There's something else in here as well. There's an advertisement for Bohemian Fairy Tale. And there's a postcard where it's coloured, the Fool. And it says, wishing you wonderful holidays and a great new year. It must have come out at Christmas time. So yeah, that's a beautiful set and one that I'll never ever get rid of, because A, it's exquisite, but and B, it's Papa Studios, but C, it was a trade with Sandra. I let it go because it was essentially a pip deck. Yeah. Okay, we've got time for one more. So between 1 and 25. 12. Lily Rose, straight in with number 12. Left, right, or centre? Right. Tony Fournier. 12, right. Front, middle, back. Back. 12, right, back. 5, 10, 11, 12. To the right, at the back. Oh, it's a tuck box deck. Don't even know what it is myself yet. Mythical Tarot. Dun, dun, dun. So there's 3 decks, isn't there, by that author? That's why they're all together at the back. So tarot, the Raphaelite, pre-Raphaelite tarot, and tarot of traditions. And this is, I think, this was the first one that I got, Mythical tarot. Let's take it out the box. I've forgotten his name. His name doesn't appear on the box. How bad is that? Oh, it does at the top. Giuliano Costa. It's got a little white book. It's low Scarabeo, so it's in multiple languages. Let's pull a random card. I do remember the colours being way back. A deck I actually have. Do you like it, David? Is it a deck that you like? Well, these are the backs, by the way. You're starting to prefer tuck boxes over all the paraphernalia. That's interesting. You think Chris Butler was talking about this recently? I'm surprised it hasn't come out as part of the Total Tarot collection. I mean, it is nice. It's not one that I reach for. I'm not quite sure why, but it has this ornate border as well. But it's very nice. I had the pre-Raphaelite. I like it. I just haven't used it much yet. I love his artwork, like a Renaissance Salvador Dali. I love the moon in this one. Look at the reflection in the water. It's like a mirror, isn't it? It's quite pretty. Yes, it is very RWS. I do feel like the pips themselves are just kind of like chucked on. Well, not chucked on. They're in an arrangement, but like stuck on top of the artwork. But that happens a lot as well. Let's be honest, not just this deck. So yeah, it's nice. God, how cool the death card is. The death card is really cool. Try and get it where there's no reflection. It's hard. Look at that. So, Mythical Tarot by Giuliano Costa. I believe it was the first one of the 3 anyway. Sassy Death. All the planes of these paintings seem to have been the same intensity. Nothing fades into the background or foreground. Yeah. Okay, I'll put all them away later. All right, what time are we on? Oh, we're nearly there. Anybody got anything that they want to ask or mention? Bye, Rebecca. I'm about to wrap up as well. Simon, question for you. That was timely. What deck gives you the weirdest, most obscure readings, answers that is challenging for you to work with? Gosh, which one gives me... Well, at the minute... No, I was going to say at the minute, it's the Austin Osman Spare. That's really challenging me. But generally, I think one that probably challenges me the most... Gosh, it's so hard because I tend to find that if I really can't connect with it, like something like the Fountain Tarot, I won't use it. It will just kind of go into the back room. But then if there's one that I really want to, because there's, you know, just it's one that I think the one I'm going to go with, but it should still be, when did I pop it? Here it is. This is one that probably challenged me the most this year, which is Earth Magic Tarot Hermetic Prophecies. I mean, it's a beautiful deck, but it's not the easiest to read. It's on this gorgeous, like Pagan Other Worlds cardstock, very, very similar. It's that soft linen, but it's not the easiest because it's not your standard RWS. It kind of does its own thing, but it's amazing, really amazing. And I didn't buy the book, so another reason why it challenges me is I'll just sit with the images and just, you know, get what I can from it. Some of it is quite pippy, others not so much. This is very Sebastian, isn't it? So yeah, it's I got it, I think either back end of last year or started this one, and it's one that's really, really challenged me. My son eats mine. What's been eaten? All right. Oh, nearly. Is that where I got it from? It was, wasn't it? I'm going to end up having deck Jenga. I'm going to leave it out. Everything's going to go everywhere. I'll come back to it. Another one that doesn't challenge me as such, but I guess the Fool's New Journey is one that, because it's a 60 majors deck, that's got me to think outside of the box and helps me to kind of, and I don't want to just do it like an oracle, but then again, tarot is an oracle. But do you know what I mean? It's one that I have to really think about, particularly when it's a major card that's not part of the traditional tarot. So that one challenges me as well. There's so many great decks these days. There really is. This year in particular has been exceptionally great for new decks. I find Awakening Tarot challenging. Yes, Monica Badersky's deck. Yeah. But are you still enjoying this, Cheryl? The waving a bag like you know what I'm talking about. The Fool's New Journey, John Matthews' deck. I'm really, really liking this. It's been on my desk ever since I've got it. And in fact, my card for the week, I'm going to pop it in because I'm going to pull a card from it, was the Fool for this week. How apt. Hey everyone, just got in from lunch with Jen and Elle. Oh, how cool. Can't wait to have lunch with Jen and Elle. I'm just wrapping up, Robin. just pre-ordered his Oracle deck. Oh, which one, Bonnie? I cannot crack the Elemental Tarot, confused by the system. I find the Fool's New Journey Tarot to be really sharp answer. It gives quite profound answers. Yeah, I'm hoping I'm hoping that I pull a card that's not part of the traditional 22 majors. December, Simon, we will. Can't wait. Try not to think about it. Right. Oh, we've got Beauty, card 11, Beauty. So, message for us to focus on this week. For me, beauty starts from within, finding the beauty within ourselves first, to really appreciate ourselves, to really go deep within ourselves, realize our splendor, our majesty, our beauty. But also, as you go about your journey, like this person dancing through life, just appreciate the beauty in the simple things. I've always talked about the magic in the mundane, the beauty in the mundane. Open our eyes this week, look around us. Things that are familiar to us, often we become blinded to. We don't see it anymore. It fades into the background. So it's time to open our eyes anew and look around us and see the beauty that lays all around us. And then what I would say as well is, once we found the beauty within us and we start to appreciate ourselves, we see the beauty around us. Look for the beauty in others, perhaps even those that might challenge us or that we might dread bumping into or having to make conversation with over the coffee machine or whatever. Find the beauty in them as well. And I think our week will be really enriched. Yeah, it's such a cool deck. I love it. The Grail Tarot is far out. After Tarot. Some good decks here. Yeah, that's the thing, you see. When you do things like Tarot Roulette and just randomly pull a deck off the shelf, you might not have picked it up for a year or more. And it's great to see them again, isn't it? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Sometimes we just need new glasses. I like that. That's a good point, Robin. It is in the eye of the beholder. And I think we can be our own harshest critics as well. And that's why I think it's important to start off with finding our own beauty too. Pathworkers Oracle is out in September. I'm actually excited about that. An Oracle deck. Oh, I need to look that up. I'll talk to you about it. Daniel David Martin's System Oracle and Guide book, Simon. Yeah, he's got one that's based on the Mexican Loteria. I forgot what it's called now. It's been on my wish list forever. But buying from overseas is it's just not easy. And that's why buying the this deck this week, buying this from an English creator was just wonderful. Still took over a week to come. Because apparently there are quite a lot of orders and a small team, but still nice to buy from an English creator as well. Oh, can't even find my I've got my New York wish list, but I can't find my deck wish list. So, but anyway, I can't remember what it's called, but Daniel David Martin, as you mentioned, just over a week isn't that long. I suppose it's not, but when you think that you can post in this country and it can come next day, I watched your unboxing of the AOS Tarot. I'm not sure what to make of it. It's quite strange, like someone's sketches and ramblings from a notepad. I think that's the charm of it. Simon without the patience of a saint. No. That's the part, that's the charm for me. It's a piece of history from 1906, when you think that the RWS was 1909 and this was just before that. And you could just imagine him there, you know, creating his own training deck, his own learning deck, and we get to see it. I just think it's pretty cool. So, all right, well, I'm going to head off and get some dinner, but thank you for hanging out. It's been fun as always. And tomorrow I'm on Becca's channel. We're going to be talking about the 70s and 80s. Something she wants to do, and we were born the same year, so she's asked if I would join her. So hopefully you can join us there, talking about life in the 70s and 80s. And yeah, next Saturday is the interview with Andrea Asti, so hopefully you'll be able to join us for there too. Thanks for watching, everybody, and until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.